What is up, Budget Billers? My name is Trail, and today is MLK Day, or Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is an official federal holiday, which is the only day that's designated as a national day of service. Fun fact there. Even though today is a holiday, my employer doesn't recognize it for my group, so I still have to work today. But I'm still bringing a video and updates to you guys today as well. On this channel, we continue to cover everything from stimulus update news, the stock market, what's going on around the world. So today we have new information that is signaling that there will be more stimulus checks coming in 2022, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it. So if you're interested in any of these particular topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to ask you for your support and your help on my new YouTube channel that we'll be launching sometime this month. And it's called Budget Bill Finance. And I am going to be talking about how to grow your wealth, how to invest in real estate, as well as how to invest in stocks, and showing you guys exactly what I'm doing outside of YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free, and I hope to see you guys there. Now that link will be down below in the description. Also guys, this is a new year, and if you are not investing yet, I highly encourage you to go ahead and start investing in stocks today. And you can start with signing up for a Webull account where you can receive up to 2 free stocks worth up to $3,000. All you have to do is deposit any amount of money, but I do suggest that you at least deposit at least $5. That link will be down below in the description as well. Okay guys, this is the official Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is January the 17th. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. is a federal holiday in the United States marking the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr., which is observed on the third Monday of January every single year. Now, this day also marks the first time ever that people in Hollywood will actually celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And that is because for most Hollywood workers, this is the first time that it has become a paid holiday. So that's just a little bit of information in regards to today. Also in the news, guys, hey, the IRS is notifying every American that providing refund checks this year, there's going to be a little bit of delays. And this article says that just like last year, the Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, is expecting to encounter issues created by the pandemic that could delay the distribution of refund checks. As you guys know, tax season is around the corner, and already the IRS is expecting that the agency will experience some delays in the distribution of tax refunds for millions of taxpayers. Now, this is not the first year that the IRS has warned of these particular delays, but last year the agency postponed the tax day for a month after Congress passed the American Rescue Plan to give themselves more time to adjust to the changes to the tax code. Now, the changes also required that the IRS to reprocess millions of returns that had been already filed before the legislation was actually passed. And now the new year is not bringing anything any different, guys. The IRS will begin processing tax returns on January the 24th. But because of the backlog from the 2021 year, many could face delays in receiving their tax refund. And for those that are curious as to why they are experiencing this particular backlog, well, they're saying that over 2.3 million unprocessed amendment individual tax returns from 2021 still need to be processed, as well as more than 2 million unprocessed employers' quarterly tax returns and about 5 million pieces of taxpayer correspondence are still waiting to be processed. So these are some of the reasons as to why the IRS is notifying individuals and stating that there will be some delays in processing the 2021 tax returns coming this year. Also in the news, guys, hey, 4 states have declared states of emergency ahead of this particular weekend's snowstorm. Now, if you've been living under a rock, hey, there was a snowstorm spreading across the country, and 4 states on the East Coast have declared a state of emergency ahead of the large snowstorms that was expected to hit southern and eastern states on Martin Luther King Day. Now, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia all declared as a state of emergency on Friday. And as we can see, thousands of people are left without power as the winter storm hit over the weekend. Heavy snow and ice accumulations are likely to produce hazardous travel, downed trees, as well as more power outages from the mid-south up to the northeast per the National Weather Service. Now, some parts of the U.S. can expect to see up to a foot of snow through today on Monday, and tens of thousands of customers were without power on Sunday due to the wintry storm, which spawned 2 tornadoes in southwest Florida. That morning, guys, we have never seen tornadoes hit Florida, so you can see that this climate change is really a thing. But an EF2 tornado with maximum winds of 118 miles per hour near Fort Myers, Florida, caused widespread power outages and at least 3 injuries. An EF1 tornado with winds of 110 miles per hour also struck near Placida, Charlotte County. Now, more than 35,000 customers were without power in South Carolina, and another 44,000 people had no electricity in North Carolina on Sunday night. So again, guys, this wintry storm is still passing up through the northeast in those states up there. So we might have more people left without power. And just when you thought it's got bad enough, guys, hey, the virus is still spreading as usual. The Omicron variant is still contagious all around this country, and America is still struggling to actually keep the schools open right now. I mentioned to you a couple of days ago in my video where my son's school has actually had to close down from Friday all the way through Wednesday just because they have teachers and staff as well as students having been tested for the coronavirus, and they don't have enough staff being available to support the amount of children in the school district. Now, as this Omicron continues to spread, schools around the U.S. are struggling with teacher shortages that have been forced them to consolidate classes and lean on administrative staff to fill in as substitutes. School closures and virtual classes can do lasting damages to kids' academic achievements, but so can some of the accommodations schools have had to make in order to stay open. If staff is out and you're just farming 5th graders into a 1st grader classroom, is that still learning, or is that more like babysitting? According to the president of Columbus Education Association Teachers Union, he said, "How long can we sustain this? We already have people leaving their jobs," said Kelly Wilson, which is the president of Minnesota's local 1212 Teachers Union. COVID has forced schools to shutter this month across America, often on a building by building basis, as districts deal with the mounting absences on the fly. Chicago has been a focal point for this particular battle as well, as the city's teachers union stayed home, canceling days of classes over what it believes are unsafe work conditions. Where schools have attempted to stay open, teachers are in short supply. Columbus City Schools was 124 substitute teachers short of its goal of 740 during the first week of January, according to the district spokesperson. And in Washington, D.C., like many school districts around the country, teachers often have to add students into their classrooms or miss their planning periods to teach other classes. So yes, guys, schools around the country are dealing with this same issue. Some schools are having to shut down. Some schools are having to shift the way they orchestrate their classrooms, which they've had to have 5th grade students into the 1st grade classrooms. So this is not appropriate, guys, but we do have majority of Americans still saying that we need to keep our kids in the school systems right now instead of having homeschools or home learning or even a hybrid program. But as we've seen what this has caused, continuing with the Omicron variant being so contagious, our teachers are coming down with the coronavirus and they are being sent home for at least 5 to 10 days, which makes it very hard in the school systems because our students really don't have an actual classroom to go to. So they are having to go ahead and be added to another classroom, which they are on something totally different being taught in that classroom. But tell me, guys, what do you think about all of this? This is some crazy times that we are dealing in right now. So we really don't know how to adjust with these particular times, especially with the coronavirus spreading so widely right now to all our students as well as our staff members and our teachers in every school district around the country. But let me know what you think they need to be doing right now down below in the comment section. Also, guys, as far as some stimulus update news goes, hey, we do have one state that is reporting a new surplus of money that's available right now. And yes, that state is California. California Governor Gavin Newsom is unveiling his proposed 2022 through 2023 state budget during a news conference last week. And he is stating that his state budget is now around $286 billion, which also includes a $45 billion surplus. Now, also in this news conference, Governor Newsom talked about the pandemic as well as the climate change, homelessness, as well as he highlighted his initial California budget proposal. Now, he also said that his proposal includes billions of dollars in new funding for what he deems existential threats to California's future: the pandemic, climate change, homelessness, economic inequality, and public safety. The annual budget event that he had last week, California governors are constitutionally required to present a balanced budget proposal by January the 10th. It's just a wish list. The spending plan will likely undergo changes during the 6-month budget building process, which includes negotiations between the governor and top legislative leaders, which meanwhile the state will continue to get a clearer picture of the state's finances as revenue numbers crystallize before the June 30th budget deadline. Now, the governor also noted that many numbers will shift before he revises his budget proposal in the spring. And he said that here are a few of the spending and policy proposals outlined in the governor's spending plan. Now, I'm not going to read all of this article to you guys, but I do want to let you know that he talked about how this could mean that more stimulus checks are going to come in 2022 with this $45 billion surplus, as well as this large $284 billion budget proposal for the year of 2022 through 2023. This is going to mean that California could be receiving more stimulus checks coming this year. And guys, they have received tons of stimulus checks so far. We've already saw from the Golden State Stimulus Part 1 as well as Part 2, as well as we saw some other state stimulus checks for California. And if this is going to propose new stimulus checks for 2022, this is going to be like the 6th stimulus check for the state of California. So yes, guys, I know California is expensive to live there, as well as they have a huge homeless problem in the state. However, for those that are able to manage living in the state of California, you could be on the verge of receiving a 6th stimulus check in the state of California. I mean, with this large surplus, $45 billion, I'm sure Governor Gavin Newsom is going to be providing another Golden State stimulus for the people and residents in the state of California. So this is some good news, guys, but it also shows where one state is being able to use that money in their surplus, as well as the money that was provided from the American Rescue Plan, being able to provide and give that money to its residents that are struggling right now because of the widespread pandemic. As well as this Omicron variant continues to spread all over, this is going to really help individuals as well as businesses in the state of California. But I hope this provides some news to other states in which they will actually see exactly what California is doing, and then they will be able to provide the same type of benefits and stimulus checks for their own states as well. Now, so far we have seen a small amount of other states and local cities offering smaller stimulus checks, but we hope that we will see more states in the year of 2022 offering some bigger stimulus checks until we can get the Biden administration and the Democrats to approve of the Build Back Better plan, because that plan is also going to provide some additional assistance as well to residents and people and Americans all over the country. But they are still dealing with the opposition towards the Build Back Better plan, which is mostly dealing with those 2 senators in the Senate, which is Senator Christine Sinema as well as Senator Joe Manchin. They continue to go against this bill and causing issues for this bill to be passed in the Senate, which we've already had it passed in the House. So we are just still waiting for those 2 senators to get on board with this bill. And then those social net programs is is going to be able to provide more stimulus relief aid to those in need. But I hope this information was helpful to you guys out there. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.